Okay guys, so for the Sri Lankan crepes recipe, you're gonna just use some all-purpose flour and add a bit of salt. I'm gonna now add some water to it and use a spoon or a whisk to mix it. So here I have a 2-to-1 ratio for the water. So I put about 4 cups of flour in, so I put about 8 cups of water, and now I'm gonna blend it down. And you want to keep doing this until it's very fine. You want no lumps at all. This is the consistency that you want. You want it to flow and drip. I ended up adding about 1.5 more cups of water. Just eyeball it. Start with 2-to-1 ratio. So if it's 4 cups of flour, do 8 cups of water. And if it's still needed, you could add more. Now, I'm gonna add a cup of milk. What I'm making right now is called Sri Lankan Crepes, and it's really yummy. So again, you want to mix it well with the spoon. It's okay if there's lumps because you're gonna blend it with the immersion blender after, right? And then you're gonna add some coconut milk. You're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of coconut milk, and this is the key to this recipe. I mean, my mom has made it so many times, and she's passed down the recipe to me, and it's so dang good. It's a family staple in our house. You can also add coconut milk from a can as well, but I've only got powdered, so I'm adding that. And then I'm gonna mix it. Try to get as much of the lumps out, and then you can blend it after too. And make sure to dig from the bottom as well. Once you've mixed it with the spoon and done it with the blender as well, you're gonna let it sit for about 24 hours. 8 hours is good if you want to eat it that night, but if you want it more good, 24 hours is ideal. Before you cook it, you also want to add a little bit of baking powder. Hey guys, it's been 24 hours since we've let the batter sit. We want to get it a bit fermented so the flavors mingle together. So now we're ready to eat. Just kidding, we have to make it first. So I have the stove on about medium high, and now I have a bowl of oil here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little napkin, just like this, dip it in the oil, and put it on the frying pan. Make sure to get it well oiled, but you don't want too much oil, just enough so the batter doesn't stick to it. Now that our oil is heated up as well, you can take some of the batter, put it in the center, turn it like this. You don't want to do it too hard or else the batter can break. So you just want to do it softly so you just get swirls. And this kind of can remind you of pancake batter because of the little bubbles you see. So once those little bubbles are cooked and popped, you're ready to flip. And this doesn't need that much longer. Just another 3 seconds. One more time. So after every 2 bakes you've done, you want to oil the pan again. I'm just using canola oil. You can use butter, you can use sesame oil. I just have canola oil, so I'm just going to use that. As you can see, there's some holes. You still have a little batter in your hand, so you can just take some of that and fill it in. Oh, and friends, I forgot to tell you, I added a little bit of baking powder in there, about about a teaspoon or so. So don't forget to do that. Wait until it's fully fermented, and when you're ready to cook it, and then add it when you're ready to cook it. Now in our family, we eat this with sambo, which is spicy coconut, and we also eat it with some banana as well. Whatever you prefer. If you want, you can even add Nutella. The world is your place, my friends. Bada bing, bada boom. And there you have Sri Lankan crepes. I know I said you can add it after every 2, but if your pan becomes dry faster, just oil it. To make the banana version of the Sri Lankan crepes, I just have a very red banana here, and I have some coconut, and I'm gonna add about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of sugar, depending on how ripe the banana is. And then you just want to mash it like this. My banana is pretty ripe, so I'm just gonna add about a teaspoon of sugar, just to add flavor, and a pinch of salt. And after you're done mashing this, you're gonna add the batter to this. Okay. So again, add your oil, let that heat up for a bit. And here you can see there's some bananas in here. You don't want to mash them all the way. You want to mash them enough that they are small, but big enough that you can kind of see them. And there's also some coconut. And some sugar. And a pinch of salt as well. Take about 2 spoonfuls of this. That will be a little bit harder to make the swirls because you have chunks of banana, but try your best. And again, just wait for the pancake bubbles. This is best when you have very ripe bananas. If you don't, just add your regular bananas and add about a tablespoonful of sugar. And you just want to go in with the spatula on the edges and flip over. Beautiful caramelization, just like a pancake. Now when you're doing this, you want to cook it a bit longer than the actual batter because it has some bananas in it, so the batter can still be wet. So about a minute extra, and then you want to put it onto a plate. There you go. I'll show you again. And guys, don't feel discouraged if your swirls break. I promise you that will get better as you keep doing it. And there you go, my friends, banana Sri Lankan crepes. If it kind of sticks to the pan like this, it's not sticking to the pan, but it's hard to get off. Just shimmy and flip. And there you go, my friends, banana Sri Lankan crepes. I hope you enjoy them. Our family sure does. So for the next one, you can use some sugar. And the way that works, you take some oil, spread it around. Now for this one, I'm using sesame oil. You're going to take 2 spoons. 1, 2, swirl it around. Now, here's the tasty part. You're gonna take some more sesame oil, about a teaspoon or so, and just put it on top. So those things become crispy. Now it's ready to flip, and you're gonna hear a sizzle when you flip it. Guys, this is gonna become very crispy. Take another half teaspoon and go to that as well. Flip it one more time. for this one. You see those beautiful caramelizations? Now you take your sugar, or using raw sugar, you can use any sugar. Take a pinch, drizzle it. That's gonna caramelize. Be generous with it because it's so good. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your spatula, instead of flipping it, you're gonna roll it. Be careful guys, because your pan is hot. If you want, you can put it on lower. That, my friends, is how to do it. And there you go, guys. Sugar crepes. Now, for some reason, you're allergic to banana, or you think the other recipe is kind of too much for you, you can also take a little bit of coconut and sugar, and just with your regular dough that you prepared earlier, just add it. Just like so, and wrap it like a burrito. So in our house, again, as I mentioned before, we use raw sugar. You can use white sugar, brown sugar, whatever you desire, friends. And then flip it like a burrito. And there you have a sweet burrito. Bada bing, bada boom. You have your 3 nice round burritos. Hope you guys enjoy them.